I was working on a longer and more involved speed paint project that was going to show my commission process, but the painting I was working on ended up being a lot more involved than I had previously thought. So I decided to put together a smaller video for this week, and that is a speed paint of a piece that I recently shared on my Instagram. And if you don't follow me on Instagram and you are interested in seeing art that I make, then please be sure to go there and check it out and follow me. You know, social media is inherently the devil, but it's also the place where we all hang out and have a good time. If all goes to plan, next week I will be posting the first video in, I think, a series of 2 that will show my commissions process, just for anybody who's interested. And also, it will just show the process that I follow when I'm making like a digital painting. And I'm super excited to share this painting. Like, it's so cool. I think it's really cool. The inspiration for this piece was, like the title suggests, a winter park. I wanted to capture that time where the snow is melting and some of the grass is coming up through, and it's dreary, and it's not like your typical postcard winter kind of day, but there's sort of like this mix of slush and ice and stuff. I wanted to especially flatten out like the grass. I was in my head thinking of lots of medieval tapestries where you'll see the grass depicted as like a flat plane, and that's kind of what I was theoretically like tapping into in this. There's nothing medieval about this, but that was the original inspiration for that look. I also just wanted to draw this character. I don't have a name for them. What should I name them? But I always draw this kind of like lanky orange character. One of the things I like best about them is they don't have fingers, and I don't have to draw fingers when I draw them. I just draw little lines. I've been painting digitally. I've been digitally painting and listening to music a lot. That is one of my favorite things to do. If you can find the right album or song or feeling and then have a painting that you're working on, it just is like the best combination ever. There's nothing like more beautiful than that. If you are a person that doesn't make like visual art, that's like the most unfortunate thing, is that like you don't have that experience of like drawing something and listening to music at the same time. But I guess you would have something else that you would do while listening to music that could like be similar. So I don't know, what other pastimes are there where you can listen to music while doing them and it's just like this inspirational type thing? I guess exercise would be kind of like that, you know, because you could like really feel the music. But with that, it has to be a very specific, like, intense sort of song. Like, you couldn't really exercise really well to, like, Claire de Lune or to Jose Gonzalez, you know what I mean? Or maybe you could. As far as interesting technical sprinkles that this piece includes, I did kind of my thing that I always do where I skew it to the side. I added ants and worms along the bottom because bug supremacy. And I added flipped line art. So I took the sketch that I had in my sketchbook and I overlaid it over the thing and flipped it backwards over the top. To me, this looks like I had drawn something on the opposite side of the page and it was bleeding through. And I like that it makes the entire illustration feel more casual. It occurred to me actually at 1 o'clock today that winter is a hard season. I want to make stuff that shows that it's hard, or like internally for me is expressing that it's hard, even if it doesn't come through in the drawing. Like, I want to express the melancholy, but it's not even melancholy, like, because melancholy doesn't include anger, and I think that it's like, I think there's a lot of rage in winter. I don't know, but I wanted to like channel some of my seasonal rage. It's not seasonal depression, okay? It's seasonal rage, you know? Overall, I've felt like a little scattered recently, not in a bad way, but just scattered. And I think there's a lot of people feeling scattered about all different things all the time. And so I wrote a poem about feeling scattered. For the past few videos, if you ever read the descriptions, I've been like putting poems in the description, but for this video, I thought it'd be fun to just read the poem out loud. So this is a poem that I wrote about feeling like scattered, but not in a bad way, but just scattered. The poem is called Cat People. Living for the short walks between our hobbies, work, then the paces between sound and seeing. We're cat people, and by that I mean we have ears and claws. I joke too much, but I will nap all day if I have to. And when night comes, the moon rises so quick, there's no time to line up the telescope, or open the manual, or put on a warm enough coat. We get dizzy chasing skittering beads like these across the kitchen floor. That was my poem.